weekly Dama news. KENDERTAINMENT's MJ right here. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is going to be a wrap-up of what happened within the past week of Dama, from what I can see over here in the land of the rising sun. So thanks for joining. It's going to be coming in at you at a different time, but hey, we're still here bringing Dama news for all of you who enjoy it. We've been getting so many nice comments recently over on the YouTube and stuff saying thanks for all this stuff, and I want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in and hanging out with me during these talks. You know, usually we have the buddy Rylan over from Kendama. Recently, schedules hasn't been matching up, so we'll see what happens in the future, but still here jamming it, just like all of you. Okay, NAKO, N-A-K-O, NAKO, North American Kendama Open has finished. Kind of tough over here, you know, living on the other side of the world, trying to catch that time zone. And actually, I missed most of it. I found myself every time jumping onto the Twitch live stream that it was just like a bunch of people walking around. It was always downtime. It was always like some sort of break happening whenever I jumped on. And I could only be on for like just a little bit because I had the family around during the weekend. So I can't just be sitting at the computer watching what's happening. Yeah, I said computer because I don't want to watch it on a small device like this. So that's how it went down. But in any case, who's that I see in here? Kendama? Doing the live stream for this one. So let's just roll right into it. So NAKO, congrats to everyone who wins. It's the first in real life event that we've seen since 2019. And not the first big one, the first massive one. Let me fix that. It's the big one, that the heavy hitter over in North America that happened. And exciting to see that everyone went out. Excited to see that people are in it and just having a good old time. You saw old school Jake Weens up on stage, you know. I say old school because he had the fedora on, enjoying that. And I hope everyone enjoyed the presence of him being a freestyle Mike MC. I was about to say freestyle Mike, freestyle MC. So that was amazing to see. Amazing, all the competitors who were there throughout the competition. Everyone, awesome to see so many people who were jumping in and joining the venues, the booths, the workshops. There was so much happening. I'm sad. I wanted to see a little bit more of the workshop, but I guess, you know, that's not where the action was specifically. So you didn't get so much information on what happened there. There was a lot of video premieres, new kendamas that dropped as well. So there's a lot to go over, but there's also still at the same time a lot that we don't know much about, right? So let me know am I getting through? I'm seeing like not such great numbers here on the live, so I'm guessing maybe there could be something that is wrong with the stream. Let me know. If you can, let me know. See people jumping in and jumping out. Excuse me. Where's the water? Over there. So we're going to jump in on it. NAKO. Yeah, congrats to the winners, of course. We see Nick Gallagher taking first in open over Johnny Kress from another Sweets team member, and pretty much just took him. It was a straight flush. Thank you, Van. Seemed like a straight flush. What up, Spiffy? For that, and it was awesome to see another Gallagher up there. There was, you know, Gallagher's winning strong this year. They had a lot of strong, you know, they're crazy buff, those two dudes. I don't know what they're doing. But that's a whole other story. They were in it and winning it. You know, I was really excited to see Zach go to the finals against Wyatt Bray for the freestyle finals. That was dope. I was definitely rooting for Zach because he's just been in it and has been top level, performing so well in so many different competitions, open or freestyle, whatever. Wow, he got the chop to second place, but still awesome, still amazing. Spiffy's at NAKO right now. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's the after party. After party is happening, I'm guessing, unless it's already too late and everyone's just hanging out. I don't think it's that late, right? Over in the, where his area, where were you? mountainous areas. Montana. Minnesota. Well, hey, yeah, I mean, you know what? Actually, I totally forgot about it because I've just been going on yapping away at what's been happening. If I decided 9:40 p.m. So it's the night has just started. It is still young. We don't know what is going to happen. But I'm gonna try this new thing. I might be, kicking myself in the butt later on. That there are some things. I want to open up every once in a while. Maybe at the middle of this live stream. Maybe towards the end too. Rant and rave section. I want to get a little more interactive with everyone who is joining the live stream, giving them a voice too, because here it's just me spitting and talking about different things, actually spitting, like I got to clean the fucking table sometimes here and there in the screen. Rant and rave time where I want everyone, some people, if you would like to join the live stream with me and give your 2 cents about anything or something that I said. There's a fly flying around here. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to be a part of that, hang out in the next like 20 minutes, it will be the time. Okay. Or if you just have a question at the end, I'll be opening that question, that little tool down there and answering some questions. Okay. So yes. So I don't have everyone because I just was like scrolling through the archived live stream. Johnny Crest second. I think it was, Dakota, KD, third place of open. I don't know any of the other ones, like beginner, girls, AMs. I'm sorry about that. I think Sladriana got first in girls. I'm just recalling right now, scrolling through Instagram as well, just in past 10 minutes ago. Still, congrats. No shade, no nothing. Like, just because I was doing work. Okay, I'm yapping again. So that was open, Gallagher, and then freestyle. Wyatt Bray came in. He always is one that loves freestyle, and he is very big in competitions. Big competitor, that's what I wanted to say. Huge competitor. As you see him prowling the stage. I even saw some people like on the live stream being like, I don't like Wyatt's energy, which like I can totally understand. Even in the Dominers episode when we talked with Bray, I explained that was the first time for me to really like talk with him. Before I've met him plenty of times here in Japan. But that was the first time to really open up and talk with him. And I explained, I'm like, he's kind of like you have some aura, some energy around you that maybe can kind of like push people off, maybe a little intimidating. He laughs about it because, as if anyone said that to you, you'd probably feel like the same way. Like, oh, like you don't know about some energy that you put off. Any case, I enjoy the energy that Wyatt puts off during performances, during competitions, because it just shows the passion. Dude's so passionate about kendama for this wooden skill toy that we all love. And everyone, you can all see it when he's not only on stage, but in his tricks, his edits that he puts out. Really, really amazing. Someone had to leave early. No, you can't leave early, NAKO. Well, no, I can't say that because I think the last World Cup, I totally left early. I missed all the parties. I had to get back home. Any case. Where was I? Oh yeah, Wyatt Bray, freestyle, takes it. Second, Zach. Third was Nick? I think Nick got third, right? Gallagher's, again, coming in, muscle power. And then there was a lot of other things that happened at NAKO, NAKO, previously known as. A lot of drops, new kendamas, and there's a lot of announcements of team members as well, okay? So let's go. I'm looking at what I have saved really quickly, and it's only like 7 things, and I'm like, I feel like there was a lot more. There was a lot more. But let's go over some of the product that went out. There was Kendama USA. The ones that I saw that I took note of was the new pilot shape. Looked like they're coming out with a new Ken shape, a pilot shape, really hard cupped edges around the sarado, those big cup and small cup. Almost, I mean, it reminds me of, like, of course, they're not the first to do it. It reminds me of Quad, because recently Quad has been a name that is up, climbing the NASDAQ. And fucking bug. You guys see that? Any case, Oh, it looked like a nude picture for a second. I thought it was like some prawn. The, yeah, hard edges, hard edges. Look, yeah, definitely quad-ish, but again, you know, Yumu was a company that I saw do this for the first time back like 4 or 5 years ago. And they did that so you could really hook on those like underbirds, bats, axes, and it works a lot. It was something that not many companies were looking at to like put a little sharper edges on there. But hey, here you go. Out of this, the big three, Kendama USA is jumping on it. And you know what? Why not? All these companies can have their flagship shape, which is cool. But it's also so, like, I think a smart idea to offer variety at the same time for people who are still down with the brand, who want to support the brand continuously, but also try out new shapes. Cool does it as well. Yes, there you go. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for just jumping in, letting me know, talking, giving, you know, sharing the information and the conversation that we're having. Amazing. So there you go. Pilot shape. Was it pilot? I believe it was pilot. Because you got the little jet. You got the little jet mark on there. I think I grabbed a screenshot of it. Let me go over. Because before these were posted, you never know if these are going to get posted. And I just see stories on IG. So you got to grab those screenshots to see, because they might just disappear. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Jets. I'll call it pilot. Jets. The new JET program. Japanese English teacher. That's in Japan. Like, that's a program. Like, if you ever want to come to Japan, a lot of people come to Japan on the JET program because you help as an assistant English teacher for schools and shit. But that's, again, crazy. Beast Coast. Yo, J-Bug's in it. How does the Ken play, though? Yeah, we're not so sure. We're not so sure, but you know what? And it has a very, very sharp, look at that sharp ass ring, right? Ring is sharp right there. But it looks like the pretty traditional, like, Kendama USA craft, fat base cup. It looks like this guy, actually, now that I'm looking at it more, that's pretty big. That's a thick ridge right there that's happening. So usually, you know, when you look at base cups, and if you got a fat one, you're going to be thinking it's not going to be so great for lunars. But hey, if there's plenty of balance within the Ken itself or with the Sarado, you might be wrong. Many times I am as well. So that was one thing that came out from Kusa. Another thing was the Ghost Town. Oh yeah, and that was just Ken only option. So we'll see what that is. We're not sure if that's a craft. Usually the crafts came out Ken only first, right? And then they come out with the full Dama as well. So, and by the shapes of how specific those edges are and whatnot, of course, Hundui over in China can do it. They can mass produce it, but we're not sure about the quality. I'm guessing this is going to be a new craft shape. Guessing, but at the same time, as I'm saying that, you know, the brain is working, the cranks are going, I also feel like the mark that for the jet, that jet logo, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? That jet logo looks like a pad print, which is something Hundui does. Where if you look at the past crafts, they had the sticker or they had the little burn on there, right? So we're not sure what that's going to be. We'll hear information later on. Sorry about that. Later on. Yeah, going over at Ghost Town, over at Atlanta, Georgia, as well, hometown to Kendama USA. If you didn't know, they have this dope artist who has a very, very graffiti, like cartoony-ish, rubber hose type style, you know, 40s kind of animation to his characters. But it's really cool. Dots. You know, reminds me a little bit of the Kenyatta stuff that he's done personally on his Kens and Tamas, his designs. So it definitely fits the stylistic choices of, or what you've seen within Kendama USA. But really dope. Again, black and white. You can never go bad with black and white. You can never go wrong. You know, I just got this new technical digital thing, and there's different colors and shit, and I'm like, just go black. You can't. It's classic. So there's that went out. It's going to be dropping in the future. Probably. There's a lot of, like, you know, specific early drops that have happened at NAKO. So if you were there, that was your chance to buy it. Or if you had someone who was there, then you could kind of contact them possibly. But hey, it's all done and over with right now. It's what, 9:30 as it was over there. And it could be too late. Just like the rod mods. in Kush, that was your chance. But hey, I'm guessing if they, thinking about like bands that tour and stuff, there's always leftover tour merch. So if that does happen, then they'll put it up on the site. Hopefully they'll be announcing that, hey, it's up on the site. But you can have a cautious eye out, maybe just checking the website beforehand, every once in a while, every day from now on, to see if something goes up that you want to snag from the NAKO event. Extra nerd info, but you probably all knew that. It's nothing special. What else did I pick out from the stories? Oh, hey, so, come on. The new G-shape? Sweets Kendamas. So, I remember from the intro of the amped shape, the intro video, explaining a lot about it. The Gallaghers, the G brothers, they were explaining how they kind of crafted, they made the shape, and they were very honored to make that shape. But hey, here's a new one. Here's the G shape, which kind of begs to ask the question of what happened with the amp shape. Was there something that wasn't fulfilled that they wanted to get done, but maybe there was a deadline? It's like Sweet's like, we got to get this thing out. It's going to come out. What happened to it? Slings like crazy. That's what I heard some people mentioning here and there. I think it was on the Twitch stream. People were talking about slings like crazy, which is good. For me, I'm a sling man, person, and I would like a sling Dama over a lunar Dama because I don't throw lunars so much, but I definitely sling a lot. So that would be my personal preference. So it's really cool to see. It's really hitting home, like the Gallagher shape, the G shape, the Gallagher shape. Unless it goes with talking about slinging, and then it's the gun shape because it's a gun slinger, maybe. But yeah, I mean that's really interesting. So you could see it in the Nick version. Here's the Nick version of it. G shape. It looks like they have the same engravings. It looks like there is a harder edge here too. Looks like harder edge on the side of though. If anyone was out there touching them, feeling them out, let me know. It's the first Ken they made. Amped was a second. Ooh. J Boog's coming in with the info, hot off the presses. It was their first Ken that they made. The amp was the second. Interesting how Sweets decided to put the amps out first. This could possibly a higher tier, kind of more premium version of the amp shape. J Boogs, how much were these? Were they selling them? Are they more than the amped versions? If that's the case, then these guys are going to be, they're premium mods that go out. Is the G shape any different from the amp shape? Yes, the G shape has the G spot, right there. I think there was I got another picture of the G spot. Oh, there you go. No, it's the G spot for the G shape. Everything's the same, but the dots of woods and the cups. Really? Even the price? Is the price the same? Because that's really interesting. I really, really dig the different colorway that they decided to throw as well. I mean, their mods just came out a few months ago, if you really think about it. But there you go. I like Stallwise or the cups. Like Stallwise or cups. Well, everything is a shape. Maybe everything. For me, the angle on the rims right there looks a little different. I don't own an amped right now, so I can't compare it. So we'll see. And in the past, people also have talked about how amped looked like Sue mods. And I remember, oh damn, where was it? It possibly could have been a review where Zach was talking about different Ken shapes, and he mentioned that he likes the Sue Lab shapes. I'm not saying like he stole homework or anything, but that was a shape that he enjoyed, and possibly because of the sling functionality of it. Because all of my Sue Labs, for me personally, there's no booty holes. I mean, I don't take the option. You can, when you're putting the Damas in your cart, you can add that option in there, but I don't do it personally. So the base cups are usually pretty heavy. And so the slings that you're going to be wanting to try to do are pretty difficult. I mean, here's one. Here's a absolute from, I forgot when, the past year. But like this would be like a normal. Oh, it's actually sticking. Hoi, I'm on a natty too. But I feel like this is like, it's a little too high. Usually when you're like just holding it, it's a really different feeling from when you actually pull up and try to land. I'm sure a lot of people will if you didn't know that, try it out. Try to just like put it on like sideways and be like, to show people like, oh, look at it, it's pretty good. But no, if you go and pull up and you try to land it, you'll notice like that's not how you feel comfortable with. You feel like, oh, it's a little too much. But in any case, yeah, this one's pretty high. For normal lunars, interesting enough, inward lunars, it feels the balance is a little more comfortable. Any case, everyone. So if the Gallaghers if the G brothers like the slings better, then it makes sense why they came out with the G shape. And altogether, you got the G brothers with their G shape, then they become the G unit. No? I believe so. I just gave my money. J-Bugs, you're a madman. Is swooped as well more than amped? Oh, okay. Interesting to hear about. But you know what? Kendamas are always going to be changing. All of them that are out there are going to be really specific. It's like art, like music. Like some people are going to enjoy that point that other people are like, I don't like that thing about it. So you just got to go out, figure out which one you like. Hopefully if you have a community of friends around to explain, or so you can actually touch it. Because even hearing like explanations of it, it's going to be different when you actually grab it and play with it and try to do some tricks. And then on top of that, it's made out of wood, so each one that you get can vary in weight, in performance. So that's when it comes in, if you're going to get a higher end premium Dama that is kind of hand turned. More work goes into the quality control of crafts, Terra handmade stuff, anything that's handmade, of course, Sioux Labs, anything that's pretty much not mass produced over at Hyundai. No, not talking any smack. Their game is like super improved from back 2014 or 2016, 17 when they were getting really big. I like the am shape. I just wish it was more regular loon honed. Yeah, I find it stall honed more than anything. And that was, hey, there you go, Lax. That was one thing I really enjoy about Sioux Lab sinks. For me, I felt like stalls were like, they just sat really, really well. And it could have been because of the base cup, adding extra weight on the top, at least for like not normal stalls. I'm talking about still, in my case. But in any case, yeah, go out, check it out. New Damas all the time. Be careful where you spend your money, because they might pull a GT on you where they're like, we're going to drop Americano Mocha Tio mods one weekend, and then you didn't know about it. But the weekend after that, we're going to release Ben Harold 2 Mocha caffeinated Americano Spectraply mods. And then we're going to release Tio mods that were kind of teased at the EKO when there was a clear Tama. There was no design to it. But now here you have new ones designed by Aventis. If you didn't check out KENDERTAINMENT YouTube, there is a shotgun interview with Aventis of GT. And you could hear that, yeah, his normal job that he does is graphic design. So he designed this Tama with the two dudes. And hey, here's a Tio mod that is not, I mean, it's Hyundai made, right? So mass produced, but the shape is there. It might be a little bit of hit or miss, but still you're going to get a very, very similar feel to what not exactly the same, but a more similar feel than compared to their TC mod, right? Of what a Tio shape is like. And I'm digging this olive, this dark army green, this gold over here, tannish, khaki. Some people might say, hey, it reminds me of the Jared Porter mod. Oh, you talking about Jared Porter? JP? Did you know that he left Deal With It a few months ago, he had a mod that he released through Deal With It. A very different kind of styling between the Deal With It V2s and 3s, I think he released it, and then updated it a little bit. Hey, Dubro, you can't see, he's Terra now. And that kind of makes sense. It's a very interesting kind of love triangle that's happening right there, because Matt Rice, who is owner of Deal With It, part owner of GT, Grain Theory, professional kendama player for Terra Kendama. Still with me? If not, go check out the Dama Nerds where we talk to Matt Rice. We go in depth. He's possibly the most historically sponsored player in the kendama game, because from back in the day. And now, so Jared Porter was on Deal With It, connected with Matt Rice, who is connected with Terra. Now, Jared Porter, who is a Canadian himself, Beaver lover, is connecting more in with his roots, going back straight to Terra. And not only Terra. Oh, he is Terra. Is he Terra Pro? That's a weird kind of thing where I'm even personally not sure. I believe each of the companies pretty much take it upon themselves to either release or sponsor a person who is in a previously sponsored company, was a pro or something, where they put them in their levels. Who knows? It could be like a quick jump from like, hey, he's on the team, and then to like, maybe he wants a mod. Maybe he wants something else different. He had one for Deal With It. It'd be really interesting if he jumped on Terra and then didn't make his own mod, because it's like, I mean, Chris Goon did it, and then birthed the GFN shape. What happens with that? Do you get royalties? I'm like, we're talking business now, money, because we don't need to talk about money. But it's a question, you know? Haven't got my hands on Sync Sulab shapes yet. Give it a try. They have the cushion, the standard sinks that are always in stock. Or no, actually, I think maybe the Kens aren't in stock anymore, only Tamas. Anyone get hands on Soul Legacy yet? Ooh, those look so awesome. The Shibuya mods, those look awesome. They were released in Japan first, and then over in the US. I dig the Tama design. Yeah, the Tama design is so cool, so cool. All right. Here we go. If anyone wants to do any rant and raves, if you were here at the beginning, rant and rave time, send me a request. If you have something you would like to say quickly, something you'd like to go deeper on, send me a video request. We're opening up live, and so you have the chance to speak out, because I want to be more interactive. The weekly Dama News, I'm just here talking. Let's hear from you guys personally, or you can just leave a comment. What do you have to say about the jet shape? Yeah, we went over the jet shape really quickly. It's a very interesting one. I believe it's going to be, you know, it's in the picture right here. They're sitting right next to craft bags. I'm guessing it's their craft, a new kind of craft shape that you can pick up. Honing in more on sharp edges along the sarado, as well as, I don't know. There's a difference right here though, right? You see them two on the bottom, no burn lines, and then you see the one up there, burn line. Could there be an option that is going to come out like the shifts? You know, they had the normal version and they had the slim version. Is that what's going to be happening with the jets as well? I personally thought like that was, maybe you should just choose one, because everyone even doesn't know themselves. Do they like thick or thin? You know, we can't know. We're not sure. Iron Beagle got the 365, the year Damas. Those things sold out really quick. I was surprised. I wonder how many they made. Okay, we went over, so that was a few of the new mods that came out. Oh, Deal With It, going over Deal With It. Hey, Lumina, killer over here in Japan, young lady, I think she's entering college this year or something, released a new version of her Dama. I don't think technically not pro, Lumina mods. So it is the same styling of her past mod, where there's like zebra pattern. It's just a different take on the Dama. The top is not white anymore. It's see-through, so you can see the natty, but it's not natty. It's sticky. sticky AF. So hey, there's that. Support the girl. Da-da-bup. So yeah, I believe that's the only ones that I saw. 50 of each, Iron Beagle says, for the year Damas 365. So if you were quick enough to catch it, you got it. Okay. New people, new pros, new teammates have been announced. I talked about Jared Porter going to the Terra squad. I personally thought he was just taking a step away. Same with Stod. I saw from what I've seen in their past, the starting to not post, as the lack of posts going out and whatnot. I felt like, just personal life not took over, but it's decided to focus on their personal life a lot more than the kendama career that they had. So they would step away from kendama as a sponsored player, can still continue to support the community, I felt personally, but start doing their own thing. I was wrong. Stod now created his own shape with Chris June. With Chris June, when he stepped away, I was just like, oh, okay, that's too bad. Maybe he's going to find something else. I don't know. I didn't have any thought about it, but for some reason, with Stodfather and with Jared Porter, especially Jared with Clothe the World clothing brand that he's got going, I thought he would be putting more time into that, which possibly he could be doing with Terra. We don't know. We've seen Terra Clothe the World collab stuff happening. So, did you make any Dama Slayer? Wait, did your favorite Dama Slayer make a good run for NAKO Freestyle? Oh man, Rod was in there. Of course, he's one of my favorites. Wyatt is great. I can't believe you saw that. I'm like, who? Bonds. Surprisingly, wasn't on the ball this year, sadly, because he is one of my favorites to see in freestyle, because he always has brought something new where the whole kendama community, everyone was not ready for. The gypsy flip, when he came out with that thing, he just brought that shit out on stage. Did not release it anywhere else. Just brought it out on stage, blew minds, right? Totally innovative, something brand new. Another one was like the blowback. That could have been even the same year, where he would blow back, go inward lunar, pop it up, blow the shit back to lunar. Come on. I think UFO, inward lunar, UFO back to inward lunar. That was another one he just dropped on people on stage. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And Wyatt was super honed. Wyatt, threw in his style that we all know about, those, UFO swap down spikes. He is a master at them. Master at spinning that Dama so it stays. I'm still horrible at that. I just have no idea how he keeps it so spinning at a good access to keep the hole in one spot. I mean, those were some of them. But again, I didn't watch the NAKO live stream. I only caught after when it was archived. So I was just kind of scanning through here and there. So I definitely wanted to see other people like Esleban, Adrian, he was there. I didn't see him compete in anything. Maybe he had the duty of taking pictures. I'm not so sure. But hey, yeah, Wyatt was in it to win it from the get-go. And he, again, very competitive player. A lot of energy when it comes to freestyle. So he was there. Made it happen. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So JP, Jared Porter, Terra. News. Other news. Tom Paddington, not the bear, also from the UK though, is now on the Terra. He's now on Soul Kendamas. Really cool. A player that I did not know anything about, so I'm not so sure what kind of information. But he has an edit out, ripping through very difficult high-level tricks. So really cool to see. Really like the vibe of the edit. I like the music. It was almost like Arctic Monkeys-esque. Like, they've definitely hit with style from that. I was like, this guy's not from America, is he? And yeah, he's from the UK. So really cool to see, as well as Soul kind of grow over and pick up players from other countries. It's really cool to see that, because, it just makes it feel like more worldwide and stuff. Lax A new episode of Dama Nerds when we figure out who is going to be up. We have 0 stocked episodes right now. Rod's been busy, and now, especially now, I've been trying to hit up people. I've not been getting any responses. So we're going to still dig and find someone to come. So we're no one right now, at least for the Apple. Yeah. Sorry to say, but they'll be coming. They'll be coming. All right. So that was one new person to the Soul Squad. And hey, within the Soul family, again, sorry, wrong number, Wong. Kelvin Wong is pro. He released a pro mod, very 70s looking. I mean, kind of looks like that No Jumper Tama that they released. That's like, I don't know, old 70s Kodak vibe. Any case, I'm not sure about why he chose the colors. I did not watch the video. I noticed that it is 11 minutes, which I'm very happy and excited about. But his announcement as pro, 11 minutes. There it is, very focused on like the intro. I remember some people showing it, like just violins, the title screen. It's got music sheet notes on there too. And we know if you listen to the Brew View with him, he does talk deep about classical music and stuff. You got some music notes, some ompus around the sword right there. What does it say on the top? Ooh, there's a little glitter, a little pizzazz on there. Spassionato con Fuco. What is that? French? Sun? Eyeball? Booty hole? Oh, cool little design right there with the fade color. And there you go. Kelvin Wong, pro. Really cool to see. Kelvin threw down for freestyle. He was one that I also, when I was scanning through, I noticed. I'm like, wow, he's really going in. His lunar skill is through the roof. I was really, really amazed to see him. I feel like after NAKO, it would be good to get a guest who possibly, everyone's just running around. I was following up with people and like trying to get people to message me back or see that. I wanted to talk to people, but like NAKO, everyone's super busy. Next was, oh, come on. There was one big one. No, what was the big one? Oh, I mean, for me, it was big. I was very surprised. Lotus Kendama picking up Marcus Lander. Super surprised on that. Why, you ask? Well, Marcus is from, or actually maybe that does make sense. Marcus is from Denmark. Isaac, for reasons unknown to me, was like globe hopping or over in Europe hopping, backpacking in Europe for maybe over the summer or something. I've seen him in a lot of the Crom stories and whatnot. And I guess he made a connection with Marcus, which is an amazing player. Marcus and Benji, those two dudes, like both their style, very innovative, that almost like people notice, but I feel like they don't give them the praise that they maybe deserve, like a little more. Like they throw down like crazy stuff. But yeah, now he is Lotus, and Lotus is still like a smaller kendama company. So maybe that's another thing I kind of feel like, wow, and probably people thought with No Jumper when Wyatt went over there, like it's a smaller brand company. It's like, why would you go from a high point, not a high point, but a kind of big name company to a smaller brand company? There could be different things that go into it, like, you know, Wyatt being able to create 100% his own shape, because I'm not sure how much of the No Jumper people know about kendama shapes, where Wyatt was in it for a long time. He has this good amount of information he'd like to put into it. And then same goes with the other children of the Ken, I should say now men of the Ken group, because you see Chris Goon and June and Stodfather creating their own kendama company with their own shape. You know, they know what's in there. Lax, do you game non-dom related question? Do I game? No, I used to, but since I've grown a family, no, I still have like games that are wrapped in plastic from my PlayStation 4 that I never opened up. The only kind of game I do now is this. And yeah, so Marcus Landers, but still, congrats. Cool things to see. We'll see what happens, what kind of growth happens with Lotus and with Marcus. Really cool to see. And then, okay, one that I forgot to make a save of, Rolf from Krom Kendama decided to step away from his pro position, decided to step away from the business side, working for Krom Kendama, and who knows what will happen? Where will both go now? We're not sure. Is he going to go into more of his worldly ethics of learning about different cultures? Because this dude, he knows a lot. You see, everyone sees him as just like this big ogre kind of oaf, which at times, you know, if he drinks enough. But he's very loud, very passionate, and he actually knows a lot of shit. I was very surprised because not only of course his kendama play back in the day and how towering big he was, but yeah, he likes to talk and likes to get deep about a lot of different stuff. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with him. Maybe he's one I should hit up for Dama Nerds, because he's one that I've been wanting to, but over in, you know, Europe, all the Euro homies, it's been kind of like I don't know if we could do it, because for everyone it's kind of a weird time, and but we'll see. Yes, Rolf is not on Krom anymore. Those Rolf Pro mods, once they sell out, they're going to be gone. So if you want to support the dude, I don't know if Krom will still give him. I think they should. But, yep. Rolf. Cheese man himself. If you know what I'm talking about, check out the shotgun interviews I did with him back in like 2017 in my car after Catch and Flow. Rolf, that's it. Oh my gosh. Everyone, that's it. If you got a question, let me know in the little toolbar right there. It's a good way so everyone can see what question I'm focused on, as well as whatever I'm answering. As well as, hey, if you want to rant and rave time right now, everyone, if you want to spread some information, that sounds weird. If you want to jump on with me, rant and rave about something about NAKO, what happened, your favorite moment, a good story, or just something happening within Kendama right now, your own 2 cents, you can hit that plus camera sign and jump on with me and share that with everybody right now, or just ask me a question in that little one. Lax, I see that question. What's your favorite shape? You know what? I don't have one. I couldn't say that I have one, because they all play different, as well as most of my kendamas, probably I'd say like 90% of my kendamas are from 2015, 16, or later, 14. All pretty small compared to what we have nowadays. So I have not dove into what the new shapes are like so much. Like, you know, the 365, that's a new one that's coming out. The hammer shape that Bray made over at No Jumper, haven't tried that out. For me, even like, you know, the Loon Attack, that was another company. You guys forgot about that? Give a Dama. Hey, do you care? Do you give a shit? Do you give a Dama? I don't even know. But there are so many different types of shapes out there, so I can't just say for sure, here's my one favorite shape. I don't know. It might be this one. Might be this one. Maybe. Just because of how long the spike is. But yeah, no, really, I don't know. I couldn't say. I'm used to a lot of Sulab Damas and Kens because I've been buddies with Sue and he's gifted me so many of them. So that's what I play a lot of. But the Lunar, that's the one thing, once I got this splice, that was my first boost. Oh, as well as like Slay Dog. Those were ridiculous for Lunars. And I was able to do a lot of tricks. The last 28 tricks later that I did, I decided to focus only on Lunars to step up my Lunar game. And I used the 9-year from Krom because super skinny ass, and you even got the hole right there, fat cups, And this is a lunar monster, so it almost like forced me to get good at lunars, which was a good thing. But then once the month finished, I had a greater grip on lunars, but actually didn't like the shape so much. I didn't like only lunars because this thing is really, you have to really, really push and put a lot of effort if you want to try a sling on it. And that's just not for me. But I really like the design. That was really cool. All the different woods and shit. But that's it. Hit a whirlwind before you go. Relax. I'm just doing on this thing. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Dama news, usually it happens a little later. But today was a different day. And we'll be posting this over on iTunes later. Oh, did you even see that one? And over on iTunes, podcast, YouTube, my brain is trying to do this and then talk at the same time. YouTube will be going up as well. If you do not know about the YouTube channel, then you can go check it out. I have new a grip of new shotgun interviews that I need to put up, as well as I'm going to look into creating more videos, which I've been saying for a long time. So, hey, been busy. Any case, thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I got to get going. Have a good one. Keep it clean. If you'd like to support me in any way, I'd be super grateful and so appreciative to help me continue this process of sharing the kendama information that I know in multiple aspects and multiple platforms. You can do that by checking out kendama, KENDERTAINMENT, kendama. Check out kendama. Check out kendama. KENDERTAINMENT Patreon. Link in the bio, and I have different tiers and whatnot. You can check that out and see if something, to your liking, and I'll be definitely happy to continue to push forward and create more cool different stuff. Thanks again so much, everyone. We'll see you next week for another round of weekly Dama news. That's it. MJ, KENDERTAINMENT. Peace out. Keep it clean.